Prosecutors reviewed Taser training and police policies today during the 5th day of testimony in the Kim Potter trial. Potter's defense called the shooting of Daunte Wright during a traffic stop a horrific mistake. Frank is leading our trial coverage on CBS in Minnesota, and he joins us now. Frank?
Hi, Amelia. Prosecution calling only 2 witnesses today, both of them Brooklyn Center police officers. Sergeant Mike Peterson is the training officer who certified Kim Potter on her taser, and he gave this example of how to test a taser in court. He testified that she passed the latest taser training just about 6 weeks before she shot and killed Daunte Wright. The other witness was Commander Garrett Flesland. He has been with the Brooklyn Center PD for more than 21 years. He was Kim Potter's boss.
How would you describe Kim Potter as a police officer?
She's a good cop. She's a good person. She's a friend. I have no concerns going to calls with her.
Also today, the judge ruled there will be no testimony about Kim Potter's role as the union president. Prosecutors claim that her union membership made her fellow officers think about her favorably, and then they would show bias. The judge also ruled that police officers may offer their opinion about the use of force based on their experiences. Our David Schumann was in the courtroom today as the pool reporter, and he joins us now. David, interesting day.
Yeah, that quote that you just played, that was a notable moment from cross-examination, and it's not surprising necessarily because Commander Flesland has known Kim Potter for more than 20 years, and you mentioned has been her supervisor at times. He would have kept speaking there, but Matthew Frank, the prosecutor, immediately started to cut him off and asked for a sidebar. The judge ultimately ruled that the answer could stay in the testimony on the record, and that came as a part of a series of questions during which Earl Gray, the defense attorney, asked Flesland these hypotheticals, these situations that were meant to sound like the situation between Kim Potter and Daunte Wright, and whether force was reasonable. And Commander Flesland said that force would be reasonable in a lot of those situations. And after every single question, it seemed like the prosecutors kept objecting to the question, and it was always overruled. The judge always allowed Flesland to answer. And I was sitting right in front of Katie Bryant, Daunte Wright's mother, and after one more objection was overruled, after this series was allowed to go through, she kind of chuckled almost sarcastically, as if like she couldn't believe it, like, you've got to be kidding me that this is being allowed right now.
Yeah, well, the judge had to make a lot of decisions, but it was interesting because the prosecution was almost like they were interrupting sometimes, it seemed, with their objections, and very few of those objections were sustained or withheld. David, boy, did we ever see a lot of training documents and files and PDFs today.
They went through Kim Potter's, it seemed like they went through Kim Potter's entire training history, which she is recertified annually in taser training, as well as firearms training and use of force training. And they went through the PowerPoint presentations of what that training is all about and how the taser works and everything. And there was a demonstration on the stand of how to draw the taser. They showed pictures of her through the years that she has always had her taser positioned in the same place to be drawn the same way. And it was interesting, after going through all this training, in cross-examination, the defense tried to immediately undermine all the testimony by basically saying that training is not real life necessarily, and you don't know how you're going to react. But then the state went up again and had the use of force trainer talk about how they do very realistic, lifelike training. So you see that strategic sparring back and forth. The one thing I do want to mention quickly is that to go through all this training, it was a bit dry for the jurors. You can't see them on the feed when you're watching the live stream, but they were fading a bit as the afternoon went on, particularly one man who was kind of dozing on and off, honestly. His eyes were closed for long periods of time. And Katie Bryant, Daunte Wright's mother, we chatted about it during a break. She noticed the dozing, and the judge at one point also asked the jury to stand up and stretch their legs, kind of as a polite way, it seemed, to ask them to stay awake and keep paying attention.
Yeah, there was high drama, but there was also some tedious parts, no doubt about that. So, David, we appreciate your insight. Thank you very much. The testimony is going to resume tomorrow morning, and you can watch it live on CBSN Minnesota. Amelia, we'll begin bright and early at 9 a.m., and it will be with Earl Gray's cross-examination, and usually no one sleeps through that, so I'd imagine it'll be a very eventful morning.
All right. Thank you.
All right.